In today's video, we are going to solve IGCSE Paper 2 Extended 0580 Variant 22 May-June 2019. Let's start. Question number 1. Write down a prime number between 50 and 60. What are prime numbers? Prime numbers are those numbers that are not in any other times table except 1 and itself. If you want a detailed video for different types of numbers, you can check my channel and watch the video I've put up for that. So between 50 and 60, the prime numbers we have are 53 or 59. Use your calculator to work out this. So you just have to put it in the calculator and you will get 0.8386. You can round it to 3 significant figures. 839. Next question. Write the recurring decimal 0.7 as a fraction. If you have only one number after the decimal and it is recurring, then you can just write 7/9. This is a short way to solve the recurring decimal questions. Question number 4. Complete each statement. A quadrilateral with only one pair of parallel sides is called. So you have only one pair of parallel sides like this. What could that be? Trapezium. An angle greater than 90 but less than 180 is called an obtuse angle. What about an angle that is less than 90? That is an acute angle, and 90 degrees is right angled. And if you have more than 180, it's a reflex angle. Question number 5. The distance between Prague and Vienna is 254 kilometers. The local time in Prague is the same as the local time in Vienna. A train leaves Prague at 15:20 and arrives in Vienna at 19:50 the same day. Calculate the average speed of the train. To find the speed, we will use this formula, distance over time taken. Distance is 254 kilometers and we want per hour. What is the time between Prague and Vienna? You can use your calculator to solve this. In the calculator, you have that button. I'll show you. You can write 19. There's this thing. 50 minus 15, 20. And you will get your answer for the time. You have to write a 0 here. You will get 4:30. That means 4 hours and 30 minutes, which will be 4.5 hours, 4.5. Now we just have to put it in the calculator and get the answer. So 254 divided by 4.5 will give us 56.4 kilometer per hour. So this is the button you have to press. And then when you get 4 hours 30 minutes, if you want to change it to hours, just do shift and then press this one and you will get 4.5. Next question, solve the equation. So we have to bring all the like terms together. 9f minus 3f is equal to 23. The plus will bring to the other side, it will become negative 11. So 6f is equal to 23 minus 11, which is 12. And f is equal to 12 divided by 6, which is 2. We have been given a triangle and we need to find the area of the triangle. So the base and the height has been given to us. We can do half times base times height. So you will get 3.5 times 8.4 multiplied by half. And this will give us the answer 14.7 square centimeter. Question number 8. Write this number correct to two significant figures. When you're writing as significant figures, if you have after the decimal zeros, we don't count them if it is before the number. So two significant figures will be till here. It will be till 0.047. Look at the number after it. If it is 5 or more, you add 1 to the number which is before it. So 0.048 is your answer. In B, write in standard form. When we write in standard form, we can have only one number before the decimal. So it will be 5.27. Then multiply by 10. How many places did you move the decimal? 1, 2, and 3. You're moving the decimal to the right side, so it will be a negative 3. Question. Find the highest common factor of 90 and 48. Write down the factors of both. So factor of 48 is 1 times 48, 2 times 24. You can divide 48 by different numbers and check which will give you a whole number. 3 times 16, 4 times 12, and 6 times 8. For 90 we have 1 times 90, 2 times 45, 3 times 30, 4 will not go, and 5 times 18, 6 times 15, 7 will not go, and 8 will not go, 9 times 10. So which is the highest common factor that you can see? We can see it is 6. So that's your highest common factor. Question number 10. On a map scale with scale 1 is to 25,000, the area of a lake is 33.6 square centimeters. Calculate the actual area of the lake, giving your answers in square kilometers. We have to write our answer in square kilometer. So first we will change our scale factor to kilometer. 1 kilometer is equal to 100,000 centimeter. So to change the 25,000 centimeter to kilometer, I will divide by 100,000 and the answer is 0.25. After that, write the map scale and the actual distance ratio. 1 is to 0.25 kilometer this is. The map scale area of a lake is 33.6 square centimeters. So 33.6. What is the actual area? We have to cross multiply. 1 multiplied by x and 0.25 times 33.6. Because it is area, we have to square the scale factor. If it was the volume, we will have cubed it. This will give us 2.1 square kilometer. So that's our answer. Question number 11. Write down the matrix that represents an enlargement, scale factor 3, center 0, 0. It's center 0, 0, and if you have a scale factor, the rule is that you write the scale factor here and 0, 0 here. From 2020, matrix has been removed from the syllabus. So yeah. Next question, simplify. We have the variable m and m. If you multiply two variables, it means you add the power. First, we'll multiply the numbers. 5 times 2, 10. And 2 plus 3, 5. If you have a power inside and an outside, you multiply the power. So it's going to be x. 8 multiplied by 3, 24. In the next question, we have to solve the fraction without using a calculator. It's a 3-mark question. To change the mixed number into improper fraction, we have to multiply 4 by 2 and add 1. So you will get 9 over 4 divided by 3 over 7. Whenever you have divide, change the sign to multiply, and the number on the right hand side, flip it over. So whatever is in the denominator will become the numerator, and the numerator will become the denominator. You can put in the calculator, you will get 63 over 12. And you have to write it as a mixed number. So there's a trick to do it in the calculator. Put 6312 in the calculator and then do shift and press, there's an SD button there. You will get it in a mixed fraction form. So in the calculator, put the number 63 over 12, press shift and then this button. It will turn into a mixed number. The next question is a simultaneous equation question. So you have to decide that which variable you are going to eliminate first, x or y. And in this question, I'm solving the elimination method. So if I'm eliminating y, first let's label the equations, equation 1 and equation 2. The coefficient of y before y is 8. So multiply the second equation by 8. The coefficient of y in second equation is 3. So multiply by 3 the whole equation. You will get 15x plus 24y is equal to 12. When I multiply 8, I'll get 4x plus 24y is equal to 56. If the signs are same, you have a plus here and a plus here, then we have to change all the signs here. That is, we subtract. This will be the negative, negative, and negative. This is the sign we are going to use. 15 minus 4x will give you 11x. This will get cancelled. 12 minus 56 will give you negative 44. Divide negative 4 by 11 and we got our x. X is equal to negative 4. Now we have to substitute x in any equation you want to find y. I'm substituting x in equation 1. So 5 times negative 4 plus 8y is equal to 4. The negative 20 when you bring to the other side will be positive. 8y is equal to 24. And y is equal to 24 divided by 8, which is 3. So we have x is equal to negative 4 and y is equal to 3. Next question. Shona buys a chair in a sale for $435.60. This is a reduction of 12% on the original price. Calculate the original price of the chair. So the equation is original price times the percentage is equal to $435.60. If it is a reduction, you will do 100% minus 12%. That will give us 88%. So original price times 88% will give us the new price. Remember that if it is an increase, instead of negative, you will put a positive here. So you have original price times 0.88 is equal to 435.60. Original price is equal to 435.60 divided by 0.88. That will give you $495. The next question is an linear inequality question. We have been given three equations and we have to shade the unwanted regions of the grid and label the region R that satisfies the three inequalities. Let's label number the lines. This is line 1, line 2 and line 3. The first thing to do is to identify the line. You can do so by replacing the x by 0. So if you put in place of x 0, you will get y is 6. So where is y 6 when x is 0? This line. So this is your line 1. The same you do here, in place of x you put 0. So when x is 0, y is negative 4. That is this line here. So this is your second line. Whenever you have x plus y is equal to a number, so it will cut the x-axis and y-axis by that number. So this is cutting the y-axis by 5 and x-axis by 5. So this is your third line. Write down the equations here. We'll choose a test point from the graph and we'll check the inequalities. We want to shade the unwanted region. I prefer using 0, 0. If possible, that's the easiest way to solve. So you have two regions. For this line here, you have above the line and below the line. This 0, 0 is below the line. In place of y and x, I'll substitute and check whether my inequality is true or not. 0 is more than or equal to 6. It's a wrong inequality, correct? No, sorry. In part B, they want us to find the largest value of x plus y in the region R where x and y are integers. Integers means full numbers. And you can see here this is less than or equal to, more than or equal to. Therefore, you can also use the point on the line. If it wasn't equal to here, you cannot use it. So let's check out the points. We have here 1 point. 1 and 4 will give us 5. 1 and 5 will give us 6. Here 0 and 6 will be 6. 2 and 5 is 7. So the answer is 7. Okay, so in next question we have to write as a single fraction. You can see that it's an algebraic fraction. So let's begin. 2x over x plus 3 plus x plus 3 over x minus 5. The most important thing is that you should have your denominators same. So there's a x plus 3 here and x minus 5 here. Multiply the numerator and the denominator by x minus 5 here and by x plus 3 here. Please remember to put a bracket. Expand the bracket. So 2x multiplied by x will give you 2x squared. And 2x multiplied by negative 5 will give you negative 10x. Now you can combine them and write it as a single fraction. X squared, x multiplied by x will be x squared. X times 3, 3x. Simplify it. 2x squared plus x squared, 3x squared. Negative 10x plus 3x will give you negative 4x plus 9 over x plus 3 and x minus 5. You have to check if this quadratic equation can be factorized or not. You can check in the calculator and you will find that it cannot be factorized. So this is your final answer. In the next question, we have been given a table and we have been said that Dexter draws a histogram to show this information. The height of the bar he draws for the group, this group, is 7. Calculate the height of each of the remaining bars. I hope you are aware of an histogram. This is an histogram. This is the height of the bar. The height of the bar is your frequency density. And this here is your class width. The bar inside, the area in the bar is your frequency. So we have been given the frequency and the class width. To find frequency density, there's a formula is equal to frequency over class width. So for this bar, we have been given frequency is 35 and the class width is, how do you know the class width? 25 minus 15, 10. Your frequency density is 3.5. You are supposed to have 3.5 here, but you got 7. How did they do that? They times by 2. So this is your scale factor of the bar. Each bar you will find using this rule and then times it by 2. So in the second bar you have frequency is 32 and your class width is 5. So 32 divided by 5 is 6.4. Now multiply by 2, you will get 12.8. For the third bar, your frequency density is equal to 44 divided by 10. It's 4.4 times it by 2. It will be 8.8. In the mark scheme, this answer is given wrong. They've written 4.4, which you can clearly see is not right. For the last bar, frequency is 12 divided by 30. So 12 divided by 30 is 0.4 and then you times it by 2, 0.8. So your answers are 12.8, 8.8 and 0.8. In the next question, we have to arrange the formula to make M the subject. This is a very easy question. If you practice a few times, you will understand and it carries a lot of marks. So we cannot have anything in the denominator. We'll cross multiply it. We'll bring the M to the other side. So P multiplied by M will become PM is equal to K plus M. After that, bring the like terms together. So you have an M here and an M here. So this M we are going to bring to this side. PM minus M is equal to K. Then we factorize what is common out. So you will be left with P minus 1 is equal to K. Therefore, M is equal to K. This is a multiply, so it will become a divide. What are the steps we did? First, we remove from the denominator. So that's the first step. Second, we bring the like terms together, then factorize. And then whatever term is there, which we don't need P minus 1. It's a multiply, we'll bring to the other side, it will become a divide. Question number 20, solve the equation 3x squared minus 2x minus 10 is equal to 0. This is a quadratic equation, and whenever they say give your answers correct to 2 decimal place, you can either solve it by completing the square or by using the quadratic formula. This tells us that it cannot be factorized. Let's solve it by using the quadratic formula. This is your quadratic formula. From the equation, what is your A? A is 3, B is negative 2, and C is negative 10. Therefore, X is equal to negative. This negative is different and this negative is different. Put your B in bracket. Negative 2 plus and minus negative 2 square minus 4 multiplied by 3 multiplied by negative 10 over 2 times 3. You can put this whole thing in the calculator at once, or you can do it separately. It doesn't matter. And when you're putting in the calculator, don't put the negative sign, put only positive. But when you're writing it, when you put in the calculator, this is what you will get. Just add a negative down. And then separate it, right? X is equal to 1 plus square root 31 over 3, and x is equal to 1 minus square root 31 over 3. Write it in a decimal form. This will become 2.189 rounded to 2 decimals. It will become 2.19. And when it is a negative, you will have 1 minus square root 31. You will get x is equal to negative 1.52. So these are our two x values. Always, if it's a quadratic equation, whether you're factorizing, completing the square, or using the formula, use your calculator to check your answer. I hope you all know how to solve in the calculator. Some calculators have mode 5-3 and some calculators have mode 3-3 to check whether if your answer is right or wrong. Question number 21, we have a Venn diagram and we have to shade x complement intersects y. X complement or x dash is the correct mathematical form, but you can just understand this dash means not. Not x intersects with y. So what is common in not x and what is common in y, that is the part you have to shade. And that is this part. I have put up a video for Venn diagram shading. Kindly go through it. You will understand it more clearly. You can also memorize that not x intersects y means the only y part without the intersection. Part B shows us information about the number of gardeners who grow melons, potatoes and carrots. So melons, potatoes and carrots. A gardener is chosen at random from the gardeners who grow melons. When they say that, we have to look only at the circle of the gardeners who grow melons. Find the probability that the gardener does not grow carrots. So this intersection here is of the gardeners who grow melons and carrots, but we want only of those who don't grow carrots. So it is 3 plus 6, 9. Over the total number of gardeners who grow melons, which when you add it, you will get 3 plus 6 plus 5 plus 2, 16. So 9 over 16 is your answer. Moving on to the next question. Find the numbers of M intersection P union not C. M intersection P is which is in M and in P. So this here. Union not C. First let's see what is not C. This C complement we can say it also as C dash or not C is easier to understand. So what is C? This circle here is C. So everything outside the circle is not C. When they say union, we have to take whatever is in the first data set and the second one. So we have to take what is in M intersection P and also what is in not C. That will be M intersection P is this part and not C is this and the outside. So let's write down what we have. 3 plus 6 plus 2 plus 12 plus 23. That will give us 46. Question 22 is a matrix question. Calculate AB. So for doing that, we multiply this row by this column first and then this row with this column. So 2 multiplied by 3 plus this we are doing 7 multiplied by 0, and then we will use 2 multiplied by 4 plus 7 multiplied by 1, and now we will start with the down row. 1, 3 and 3, 0. So 1 multiplied by 3 plus 3 multiplied by 0, and then this other column 1 multiplied by 4 plus 3 multiplied by 1. Put each individual term in the calculator and write the answer. You will get 6, 15, 3 and 7. In part B, you have to find the inverse of A. To find the inverse of A, you have to follow a formula. This is the formula. If A is given to you, when you find the inverse, first you have to find the determinant by cross multiplying and subtracting the answer, putting it over 1. That is called your determinant. And then exchanging places of A and D and changing the signs of B and C. Let's find the determinant first. So the determinant of A will be 2 times 3 minus 1 times 7. It will be negative 1. That is your determinant. And now we are going to use it in our formula to find the inverse. So it's going to be 1 over negative 1, and we interchange the places of A and D, and we change the signs of B and C. So you have negative 1, 3, negative 1, negative 7, 2 as the inverse of A. You can leave it like that, or you can multiply the negative 1 with each term inside. You will get negative 3, 1, 7, negative 2. Both the answers are right. Question number 23 is a vector question, and AB, CD, this is a parallelogram. AB is Q and AD is P. ABM is a straight line. AB and BM ratio is 1:1. So if this is Q, AB is Q, BM is going to be Q. Then ADN is a straight line with AD's ratio to DN is 3:2. Therefore, if AD is P, DN will be 2/3 P. Okay? Let's move on to the next question. Part A. Write MN in terms of P and Q. To get to MN, we can write MA plus AN. What is MA? Negative 2Q. And AN is P plus 2/3 P. This will give us negative 2Q plus 5/3 P. In part B, we have been told the straight line NM cuts BC at X. X is the midpoint of MN and BX is equal to KP. Find the value of K. We have already found MN. MN is 5/3P minus 2Q. And you have to find now MX, the midpoint. Midpoint, so you are going to divide this by 2 or multiply by half. And when you do that, you will get MX is 5/6P minus Q. We want to find BX. For finding BX, we can use the vectors BM plus MX. BM is Q and MX we just found is 5/6P minus q. The q will get cancelled and we are left with 5 over 6b. So k is 5 over 6. In question number 24, we have been given a cuboid and the lengths are given to us. We have to find the angle that the diagonal AG makes with the base ABCD. Whenever you have a question like that, remember that even though it does not look, each angle at the sides, they are all 90 degrees. Okay, because it's a cuboid. So the first thing you will do is find AC. Let's draw that triangle here. This is ACB. This is 18 and 7. This is right angle. You can see it's a Pythagoras theorem. To find AC, you will do AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square. Therefore, AC is equal to square root 18 square plus 7 square. 19.3. Now you have to find the angle that the diagonal AG makes. So this is the angle that we are looking for. Let's draw it on the side. GCA. AC you already found is 19.3. GC is 12. And we are looking at this angle here. If you notice, you have the opposite and the adjacent. So you have the opposite and the adjacent. It means you will be using 10. So 10A is equal to 12 over 19.3. A is equal to 10 inverse 12 over 19.3. And this will give us 31.87. You round it to one decimal place, so it is 31.8 degrees. This question is about transformation. And the first part, describe fully the single transformation that maps triangle A onto triangle B. You can see that this is not a reflection or a translation or an enlargement. It's clearly a rotation. So the first part is that it is a rotation. And it's a 3-mark question. If it is a rotation, you need to write 3 things. Describe it as rotation, find the center of rotation, and is it 90 degrees, 180, and clockwise and anti-clockwise. Using a tracing paper, you will be able to work this out that it is 90 degrees clockwise and the center is 1 and 0. In part B, we have to describe the transformation from triangle A to triangle C. Okay, so you can see that this is triangle A and triangle C, and it's clearly larger than A. So it's a case of enlargement. So the first thing you write, enlargement. You get 1 mark for writing that. When it is enlargement, you need to write 3 things. Enlargement, the scale factor, and the center of enlargement. Join 2 points together. And we'll join another point. Where they meet, that is your center. So they are meeting here. So your center is 0, 2. And then you need to find this scale factor. You can see the base here has 2 squares. And here you have 4 square. So the scale factor is 2. But if it is opposite side, you have here and the transformed images on the other side. It's going to be negative 2. I hope I have been a help to you. Kindly subscribe to my channel, click the like button, and share this video with your friends. Thank you for watching.